Joe's Truck Stop.
Good morning, Vincennes. Are you ready to rock? There we go. That's the spirit. Think we got that weird note? Huh? Think we got that weird feedback out? All right, cool. Let's do Don't Go to College. 1, 2, 3. Don't go to college. Go live in the woods. Keep in touch with your grandma and let her know you're doing good. Gotta learn to take care of yourself before you go out trying to make a buck in this world where a dollar's worth a dime. Getting up to the mountains, go the highest you've been. Take a look at the world below and look up to the sky. Jumping in, making it with you. When you come back down, take some with you before you go. Get on out to the ocean when the water's cold. Take all your clothes off when you get to the shore. Jump right in and swim on out and roll on with the waves and let it cool your restless ways. When I reach the heaven and I meet the one, well, I hope to thank her for all she's done. And if she won't throw me a bone, help me pay off my student loan, well, I don't mind, I'll just roll up a bone of my own. Don't go to college, go live in the woods. Keep in touch with your grandma and let her know you're doing good. You gotta learn to take care of yourself before you go out trying to make a buck in this world where a dollar's worth a dime. Hey, thank you. Oh, yeah. It's a little early. We thought we'd start off a little more not raging. But we'll pick it up a little at some point here, probably the next song. It's good to be here in Indiana at the First City Music Festival. We were here at these various grounds for the Rendezvous just a few months back. Anyone here for the Rendezvous? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, we were booing the British, and it was funny because like all the people around us started booing the British. There's like a big reenactment if you're unaware what we're talking about. We're escalating racial tensions, us and the British. No, it was really fun though. It was a good time. We won. That's right, America. I got to pet a monkey. We also ate food. I think we had elk sausage. We just did a bunch of cool stuff we'd never done before. I'd never seen a reenactment, so that was a fun place to start. I don't know if you were supposed to boo, but the narrator started laughing too when she heard us boo. Felt like we made a difference that day. Let's go. You guys want to go to A? Should we do Run Giant Run? Knock that out. It's hard to know. We have one. Run Giant Run, or should we go to A? Smile at Nothing. All right. All right, we're gonna do one from the new album. We wrote a set list a month ago, and then we made Dave memorize it. And so now we're just checking with him on what to do. Okay. People out there are like, dang, Dave's got quite a memory.
It's the shirt.
This song here, I wrote after I heard a story from a good buddy of mine. His name's Paul Malazzo. We're going to do another song inspired by one of his stories in a little bit, but this one here is inspired by a story he told me about a bad acid trip he had in the 60s. But really, he probably wasn't paying attention, the set and setting. Probably didn't make sure he was with the right company, You take care of a few things, you make sure you got some trees around you, you'll be all right. Why don't you find a stream and lose your shoes? Walk on in what you've got to lose. You could take a nap on the carpet in the hall. If anybody asks you, you're just waiting on a call. Or you could toss a ball against the wall, or draw a portrait of yourself, but you're 10 foot tall. You could tramp around from town to town, hop a freight right out the gate and ride your heart up off the ground. Or you could go for a wander, you could take a hike. If you don't like to walk, well, you could ride a bike right off into the sunset, ride it on home, ride it to Montana where the buffalo roam. You could ride till you can't ride anymore. You got grit in your teeth and your ass is all sore. There's dark clouds are rising, and wouldn't you know, times you gotta get rained on if you want to grow. So go outside and get to doing something. Look up at a tree, or smile at nothing. Think about your mama or what your pops taught you. You don't have to think if you don't want to. You just gotta keep moving, keep on moving along. If it does you any good, well, you can sing this song. Just whatever you do, make sure that it's something, even if you're smiling at night. Well, you say you lost your way, and it happened yesterday. You were talking to yourself, and you kept forgetting what to say. So you wrote yourself a letter, you said, come on, give me a day. And you wrote yourself back, and you said, man, it is okay. Well, there's an ocean of heartache at every turn. If you don't know how to swim, well, you might want to learn. If you don't know how to learn, don't think that you can. That water's steady rising and I'm reaching out my hand. So go outside and get to doing something. I'll come with you, smile at nothing. Think about your mama or what your pops taught you. You don't have to think if you don't want to. You've just gotta keep moving along. If it does you any good, well, you can sing this song. Just whatever you do, make sure that it's something, even if you're smiling at nothing. Say whatever you do, make sure that it's something, even if you're smiling at nothing. That was a cool little way to de-escalate that. That's fun, yeah. A little different. Thanks. Thanks, John. We got John, moral support, Boyer, over here, stage left, making sure we feel good. Thanks, John. All right. So are we about halfway through our set now?
I think so.
Track of that. All right. Let me take a look at you guys. See what kind of song you want to hear right now. Hey, back at you. All right. Wishing? We do a lot of original music. We're not really playing many covers. We'll do a few for funsies. But I got a lot of stories to tell and messages to share, things that are important that I like to share with the different crowds that I get to be playing in front of and performing for. So it can be tough sometimes to kind of pick out all of what you want to say at whatever moment, you know. And I also got to make sure I don't wreck my voice at the beginning of this set, until it's early to sing. So here we go. We're going to do one that I wrote a couple years ago. I put a mattress in the back of my minivan and drove across the country and camped out in all sorts of beautiful places, out in the middle of the desert, on top of mountains, off next to cliffs with ghost towns on them. Crazy, beautiful, and wonderfully dangerous places. And I had the time of my life, and I wrote this song in a less beautiful and romantic place, which was the parking lot of a Walmart in Montana. But I wrote it about a really beautiful night that I'd had just previously. This is a song about that feeling that you feel in here when you see a shooting star or any other sort of natural phenomenon. Song about gratitude. Let's all do a mindfulness exercise together. Just close your eyes. Unless you're standing and you're not good and you're gonna lose your balance and fall, don't do it. But close your eyes, you know, just imagine you're out in the desert, river going by, just a little stream, you can just hear it from your tent as you're trying to get to bed, get up early, hit the road again. And then a bear. No, I'm just saying, there's no bear, I'm sorry. That's not what this song's about. We'll get there. You can open your eyes. Is wishing on a star so silly? How often are they falling anyway? Saw one the other night in Montana, and I'm still thinking about it today. I was sitting on the banks of the Yellowstone River, where I'd lay my head for the night. And I built myself a fire despite the wind's ire, and listened for a lesson in the moonlight. was sitting by my lonesome as far as I knew, playing this guitar, the one that I always do. And then a star fell and my gratitude it swelled, and for a moment I felt like I'd been held. So I made a little wish for you, I tell you, but it wouldn't come true. For if you see a star falling, it's just someone calling, someone who could use a wish too. Dreaming too, wishing there was someone alongside of you. And then a star fell and your gratitude it swelled. For a moment you felt like you'd been held. So you make a little wish for someone you once knew, someone who could use a dream come true. For if you see a star falling, it's just someone calling, someone who could use a wish too. If you see a star falling, it's just someone calling, someone who could use a wish too. Distended. Hey, thank you. Good morning, everybody. If you're just arriving, we're Joe's Truck Stop from Cincinnati, Ohio. Not too far, some way, I don't know where we are. Sometimes I do, though. Sorry, my brain's still getting there. All right. Nice, we got the hoops out. Let's hula. What are you laughing at? All right. Let's do, you guys want to do, I don't know. Capo right now. Do, Don't Put a Nickel in the Jukebox. All right, we're going to do a honky-tonk song that I wrote. Joe's Truck Stop is a blend of many things. I've spent years playing in bluegrass bands and old-time bands and playing honky-tonk and western swing music and all sorts of old country and folk styles and folk music from other countries as well. I love dance music from Louisiana, and so I try and incorporate a lot of these different elements. I have stories to tell that I love to tell, and messages that are important to me to share, and I also like to make stuff that's groovy. And we've come in many forms. Sometimes it's just me as Joe's Truck Stop. Sometimes I got a bluegrass band. Sometimes it's just me and Tebs here with the pedal steel guitar. You know, you're gonna get a show. Either way, we will show up in one form or another. And this next song is one that I wrote from years ago, from across. Sorry, it's a little earlier than when I'm usually talking. So let me get in tune, because apparently I can't talk in tune at the same time. I'm there. Anyhow, all right, I'm in tune. So across the river from Cincinnati is a place in Covington called the Anchor Grill. And yeah, hey, what's up? That's right. We may doze, but we never close. That's the slogan at the Anchor Grill. Anyhow, the Anchor Grill's got this jukebox that I love, and this jukebox is full of old country duets and a bunch of early 2000s pop music. And me and my partner some years ago, her and I would always go there and eat breakfast and smoke cigarettes and listen to old country duets. And the day that we broke up, I wrote this song sitting at the bar, wrote it on a napkin, and it's called "Don't Put a Nickel in the Jukebox," and it goes like this. If anybody knows how to two-step, this is a good one for that. You know, you can ask someone to dance with you, and you get a little two-stepping in. This morning, my baby left me, and that's why I'm sitting here with nothing to say. So don't put a nickel in the jukebox. I couldn't stand to hear those sad old songs today. I've been here so many times with her, but I never walked in here and felt like this before. We put in our orders, grandma singles and our quarters. I'd light us a smoke to share, and the jukebox revved and smoked her. But this morning my baby left me, and that's why I'm sitting here to say. So don't put a nickel in the jukebox. I couldn't stand to hear those sad old songs today. And the record spun. George and Tam and Conway and Loretta, Merle and Bonnie and Partner and Dolly and Emmy and Rodney and Johnny and June and Waylon and Jesse and a diner for two. But this morning my baby left me, and that's why I'm sitting here with nothing to say. So don't put a nickel in the jukebox. I couldn't stand to hear those sad old songs today. No, I couldn't stand to hear those sad old songs today. Hey, thank you. It's a true story. Most of them are. All right. You guys want to do banjo picking? It's about time for that, right? Yeah. All right, we're going to do a nice funky number here for you. So earlier I mentioned this guy, Paul Milazzo, to you, who told me that story that inspired Smiling at Nothing. Well, Paul Milazzo also told me a different story once about this girlfriend he once had, who was a great banjo player, but as he described it, she also had a gnarly dip habit. And he really loved her banjo playing, but he didn't really appreciate her tobacco habit, and so it didn't work out. But I thought it made for a great story, and maybe a decent song, so I set out to write said decent song. And I came back to this gig I would play every week, 2 weeks later, and Paul was there. I said, Paul, I wrote a song about that girlfriend you had. And Paul was like, what girlfriend? And his wife Peggy was sitting there, and she's like, what girlfriend, Paul? And I was like, you know, the one with the banjo and the dip? And he was like, what are you talking about? And his wife Peggy was like, what's he talking about, Paul? And I was like, dude, you told me the story. I wrote a song about this person. I was really excited to share it with you today. And he was like, Joe, I have no idea what you're talking about. And his wife Peggy's like, come on, Paul, what's he talking about? And I was like, dude, what do you mean? And he was like, Joe, I'm sorry, but I did not tell you the story. I have no idea who told you the story, but it wasn't me. And I was like, shit. Sorry, children. But I was like, shit. You know, and I was like, dang it. I had no idea that my brain was capable of such trickery. But somebody else told me the story. It wasn't Paul. And I don't know who it was, but I believe Paul that it wasn't him. I didn't think of this on my own. I didn't dream this up. Someone told me the story. I wrote a song about this person. If you know who I can trace this back to, if you know someone that fits the bill, you let them know that there's a song about them, and it's called The Banjo Pickin', Tobacco Spittin' Gal. And it goes like this. Well, she smells real good like TV dinner. She's always polite like you just met her. She don't believe it. Jesus says she knows better. She's my banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. Yeah, she gets high on apple pie. She'll brew up shine. That'll make you whine. She's a renaissance woman with a nasty lip. A banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. Well, she rips pipe with a lip full of nip. She'll pick fine, have shaking her hip. She don't give a damn and she never will. She grows her own tobacco way up on the hill. And if you see her come, don't be alarmed, it's hard to resist. A natural charm, she's big and strong, stands up straight. She's my banjo picking, tobacco spitting gal. Feel free to get up and do some grooving, y'all. It's not too early to dance. Like I said earlier, we come in many forms. This morning, we're kind of a funky country outfit. So while we're at it, why don't you roll some up here, everybody? This is Dave Hathaway, the funkiest, the crunkiest, this guy. Back here on the drums, I got my good buddy Daniel Peterson. Roll up a little bit for him, Daniel. To my right here, I got Mr. Stephen Tebbs Carney on the pedal steel guitar, everybody. Nothing like a little funky steel in the morning. Woo! Got the lights now. Yeah, well, she sings too. She loves singing. You ought to see it yourself. It's no everyday thing. Now all that dipping don't get in the way. Don't fly her to mouth. Well, I wish I could say, but Lord knows it's sight to see her. Does she sing so in tune with so few teeth? Well, She calls it a scientific anomaly. She never really gave a. She's a banjo picking and a back spitting girl. Well, she picks 5 with lip full of dip. She'll pick fine half shaking her hip. Don't give a damn and she never will. She grows on the back way up on the hill. She loved it good. Wrestle rag. Don't want to say too much. Don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I'll just leave it at that. My story about my banjo picking and the back spitting girl. Hey, it's a true story. My finger got caught there in that outlick. What time is it? I was gonna make a joke out of it, but gonna try and make a joke out of it. I'm fucking. These mics are real hot. I'll make sure to stay hydrated today. Cheers, everybody. You guys want to do Run Giant Run? What time? Grass. Hey, if you're just getting here, if you're back there, or if you're over here, and I didn't see you before, we're Joe's Truck Stop from Cincinnati, and we got some merchandise for sale over here. There is t-shirts, hats, tank tops, vinyl records, CDs, stickers, bunch of really cool people stuff. So, come on, do the right thing. And get you some Truck Stop merch. It's gonna be warm. You're gonna check out those tank tops over there. They got a cool desert vibe to them with some cacti. It's pretty cool, and you'll love the way you look. I guarantee it. We're gonna do a song that I wrote some years ago. This is like the oldest song I wrote that I still play out. It's a song about a fella from Marion County, Kentucky, and his name is John Robert Boone. John Robert Boone and his buddies had a little organization of their own, a little collective, if you will, called the Cornbread Mafia. And the Cornbread Mafia were responsible for growing and distributing more marijuana than anybody ever has in the United States of America. And that's not on their word, that's on the government's word, because when I heard about Johnny, he was on the run, and he was, no one knew where he was, really. And this was like 2011 or something like that, 2010, 2011. He was an America's Most Wanted. And there was a funny expose about him because they were trying to give you all this information about him that might make you like worried about him or think he's dangerous. And they're like, he's got a big collection of guns and hunting knives. He's a vegan. He's and they're just like listing all these things, and I was like, he's a vegan? Like, I don't know, that's not scary. And so I was intrigued, and I read an article about him in the newspaper on the internet, and that's where I learned a little bit more of his story. And I wrote this song, and then years later I read like 3 books about him and the Cornbread Mafia. There's a great one called The Cornbread Mafia by James Higdon. I read books, I met people that were in the Cornbread Mafia, and then Johnny ended up getting busted in Canada in 2017. And he was staying at the Louisville State Penitentiary. And some folks that had come to see me play were actually on their way to go see him within like a couple weeks of my show. And they're like, can we make a video of you playing this song after the show? And I was like, of course. And they took that little video to show to Johnny at the Louisville State Penitentiary. Isn't that wild? So this song I wrote when I was 19 was shown to the person I wrote it about while they were at the Louisville State Penitentiary some years later. So follow your dreams, children. wherever those kids went. As soon as I'm in tune, we're gonna play this song. Wasn't I tuning this whole time? There it is. This tuner's giving me trouble. There you go. This one's called Run, Johnny, Run. Oh, where are you, John Robert Boone? Oh, where are you, John Robert Boone? You've run off once again. Oh, where are you? There we go. John Robert Boone. Well, run, Johnny, run, run as fast as you can. You cops coming after you, you are a wanted man. Said, run, Johnny, run, run as fast as you can. You've lost them before and you can do it again. You say you're head of the cornbread mafia and a moonshiner's son, and you don't know about nothing but trading what you grown. Run by the feds, hell, they want you done, but we're all on your side. Just run, Johnny. Ghosts, ain't no footsteps to be found, no tire tracks, no fingerprints, no murder means not a sound. And the local sympathize, you know they've got your back, saying whatever they can say to keep you from being trapped. Say you're head of the cornbread mafia and a moonshiner's son, and you don't know about nothing but trading what you grown. One by the pigs, hell, they want you done, but we're all on your side. Just run, Johnny, run. Cornbread mafia and a moonshiner's son, and you don't know about nothing but trading what you grown. Yeah, by the feds, hell, they want you done, but we're all on your side. Just run, Johnny, run. Say we're all on your side. Just run, Johnny, run. Thank you. Thanks for dancing, y'all. Thanks, kiddos. Nice dance moves. Oh, man. Good morning, everybody. That one woke me up a bit. We're going to be hanging out today and hanging out tomorrow. We're playing tomorrow, too. Find us on the other stage sometime in the evening. Yeah. See?
That's the spirit.
Folks are feeling it. Folks are excited. We're excited too. Might not sound like it's early, okay? then it begins. And that's all they're asking for. What do you think? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, do you want to come up here real quick? Yeah, come on up here real quick. Come on, hey. Hey, we want to give a shout out to our friend here, Mr. Jeff Deckard. Everybody, a round of applause. There wouldn't be none of this without this fella here.
I love you.
I love you too, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, when you see him walking around, you can give him a little punch him in the gut. Yeah. Give him a little tap on the fanny. No, I'm just kidding. You thank him and give him a big kiss on the cheek.
Whichever cheek.
Yeah, that joke was last night. All right, let's do. Sorry, it's Tim over here staring at me. What do you guys think? Dreaming? I don't play Dreaming. Sorry, just a little band meeting here. What's that? Safety meeting? Yeah. Let's do like a country song. I know what we're gonna do. Let's play Johnny Paycheck. We're just gonna go like right into the country music dance party mode here and play some Johnny Paycheck. Hey, hey, hey. I know, it's weird, dude. All right. This one's called Slide Off Your Satin Sheets. Yeah.
I do. I want to.
What a beautiful mansion he built you. Splendor, you got it from wall to wall. And yet, with all of that, you're still not happy. 'Cause every time he's gone, I get your call. Sign off of your satin sheet, slip into your long soft bed, and you know where to find my door, and I know what you're crying for. Sign off of your satin sheet, slip into your long soft bed, and you know where to find my door, and I know what you're crying for. Well, honey, you once told me I was good for nothing, and you couldn't live on dreams and crystal balls. His money buys you everything but my love. I guess I'm good for something after all. Slide off of your satin sheets, slip into your long soft man. You know where to find my door, and I know what you're crying for. Slide off of your satin sheet, slip into your long soft man. You know where to find my door, and I know what you're crying. slip into your long, soft man. You know where to find my door, and I know what you're crying for. Slide off your sad sheets, slip into your long, soft man, and you know where to find my door, and I know what you're crying for. It's probably the earliest that song has ever been performed at a music festival. Oh, yeah.
That is nighttime music.
That is nighttime music right there. God may forgive you, but I won't. Yes, Jesus loves you, but I don't. That's a good song. Forgot about that one.
Don't tease him, Joe.
What's that?
Don't tease
It's
him.
too late. Let's do, It's Early and Hell is Hot. That DMX album. I know, I'm kidding. Knockin' Boots? Yeah. Knockin' Boots. Alright, we're gonna play some more nighttime music here for you. This one's of more of the western swing variety. This is a song I wrote some years ago about two things. Well, I'll leave that up to you to decide. Could be about a lot of things. It's really about dancing and Bob Wills. It's called Knockin' Boots. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Getting off work, I'll hit the town just as soon as that sun goes down. Just a little drive, not far to go, but a mile more, and I'm at the show. I'm looking for the scowl I know. I can swing out on the floor, here's hoping I can find a way. Knock some boots till the break of day. Knockin' boots, knockin' boots. Well, big bones in Cowtown, we're all getting down. Knockin' boots, knockin' boots. Till the morning light comes shining bright. We've almost said that neon light. Knockin' boots. Well, I reached out and caught her hand. I spun her around and I made a fan. She spun me back, she spun me fast, pulled back her hand. She smacked my ass, so I caught myself. She got me good, we fell right back into the groove. Feet straight, stomping on sweat damp wood. Feels just like a dance floor should. Knockin' boots, knockin' boots. Yeah, big balls in Cowtown, we're all getting down. Knockin' boots, knockin' boots. Every morning light comes shining bright. We've almost set that neon light. You're knocking boots. appreciated. You know? I know it's hard to start singing that quickly. I wasn't thinking. Well, we cradled left, she slid all right. Rolled back in and we both held tight. Eyes all bright with smoke saying light. The band kept playing and we felt all right. Well, I pushed her out, I spun around. She pulled me back in her ear to her mouth. Said, if you feel like I feel touched, then come on home and let's knock some boots. Woo! Knocking boots. Knocking boots. Hell, big balls at Cowtown. We're all getting down. Knocking boots. Say if you want to get along like me, knock boots, most any key. Well, it won't come out of the blue. Gotta ask someone to dance with you. So knocking boots. Sorry, just a little band meeting. A lot to discuss. Safety first.
People are showing up.
I know, there are folks out there.
They're looking good.
People are waking up. They're looking good. Teb says you're looking good out there, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Round of applause for yourselves, everybody.
Oh, let's roll.
Because you look great.
That's all I know about them from you.
Yeah, I know. You feel good? Are you feeling good out there? All right, we just want to make sure. All right, if you're not, come talk to us and we'll help you out. Let's do, well, we just were fast. Let's do, we already did Wishing on the Side. All right, let's do Winter Waltz. All right, let's do it. Or Midnight on the Ohio. Nothing like singing a song about, keep these nighttime songs going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Midnight?
Why not? Sweet. I mean, we're on the Wabash.
Midnight on the Wabash.
Not the same ring.
It's not the same ring. Sorry, Wabash. We're gonna do a song from the new Joe's Truck Stop album. If you haven't had a chance to check out our merchandise over there, you might want to at some point before it gets packed up. But it'll be back tomorrow for our other set. But you want to get something because you're going to start walking around, you're going to start seeing some of these other people wearing Joe's Truck Stop hats, maybe Joe's Truck Stop tank top, and you're going to be like, dang, I could look that good.
One back there?
Yeah. That's right. You don't have to live in envy. You too can have a Joe's Truck Stop tank top. We're going to do a song here that I wrote with my good buddy Joe Wonderly, a really wonderful songwriter from Cleveland, Ohio, lives down in Nashville now. And this one night, in mid-February, there's a blizzard happening, and I was living a few blocks up from the river, and he came to visit, and he brought with him one of those big old jugs of wine. Carlo Rossi, the good stuff. And so we hit the road, we started walking down this river with our jug of wine in the snow, and we wrote this song down there. It's called Midnight on the Ohio. It's a yodeling waltz, so if you feel like dancing, this is a good one to dance to. You can dance, if you can count to 3, then you can waltz. If you can't count to 3, someone will gladly help you, I'm sure. And it's okay, we're here for you. And there's going to be yodeling on this, and we'd love for you guys to yodel with us. So please start stretching your yodels now. All right? Start warming up now, because you don't want to get thrown off when the time comes and you weren't ready for it, and then you're all shy and embarrassed, and then the time passes and you're like, I didn't yodel, and it's too late. And then all of a sudden you're like questioning your decisions for the rest of the weekend. You don't want that. You want to yodel now. That's what you want. And that's just ignoring all of the recent scientific studies about how good for your mental health communal yodeling is. So, see, she knows what I'm talking about. She's read the studies. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Shit, my bad. Oh yeah, all right. My buddy and I were walking one night with a jug of wine in the snow. We missed our train, and oh, what a shame. But sometimes it's just how it goes. With the snow falling late on a February night, and the shimmering river boats aglow. Tonight I will rest a riverside guest. It's a shore, no place that I know. Midnight on the Ohio, along with the barges we own, with the spotlight shining on the shore, to look for a place for the night to call home. Midnight on the Ohio, yodelay, everybody, yodelay. You gotta open your mouth to yodel. Let's try it again. Yodelay, yodelay. Thank you. and we're here for the night once more. Midnight on the Ohio, everybody. One last time with gusto. Alright, let's do some fiddle stuff. Or, we haven't even done like Gas Station Sushi. We're still in some walls. I forgot about all those songs. Sushi selling it out. I need you guys and stuff. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Alright. Sorry, just having a business meeting. Safety first. Cool. Well, then let's do that. Let's do sushi and then. Alright. Yeah. All right. We're gonna do one more song with the guitar, and I'm gonna get my fiddle out, and we're gonna do some fiddle stuff for you, if you don't mind. You don't mind, do you? Oh, good. Cool. Sweet. All right. Sound check's over, boys. Now it's time for the real set. All right. So this song has a stage gimmick. So a few years ago, I was on the road with the other band that I play in, the Tillers. Yeah, we were here last year, if I'm correct. Was that last year? Thanks. Is it 2 years ago? That was 2 years ago? Jeez. We were here next year. So I was on the road somewhere in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, with the Tillers, and we just played a gig, and I was starving after this gig, and we pulled off at this gas station, and we're looking for some snacks. We're looking for something good to munch on, you know, doing a little muffin gazing, checking out the baked goods, checking out the salty snacks, walking by the coolers, and I see something I'd never seen before in a cooler of a gas station, which was pre-rolled and pre-packaged sushi. And it kind of tripped me out. I was like, man, what kind of person gets sushi at a gas station? And then I was like, man, like what kind of state of mind would I have to be in to get sushi at a gas station? And then I'm thinking, man, I can't judge somebody else for getting sushi at a gas station. I've done plenty of stuff I'm not proud of. And so I had this weird existential cycle happening in my head. I was thinking of like my own temptation and addiction issues and how I judge other people too. And it was because of this sushi. And so I was kind of stuck there for a moment, and my band came and got me out of there, and we hit the road. And there's this weird thing when you're a songwriter where to process information, for some reason, you have to do it like in rhyme and in like metered, measured phrases. So you have like real life trauma or things that don't make sense to you, and you're like, I need to write about this. And you pull out your journal and you start writing. You're like, no, not like this though. It needs to rhyme. And so it's a really difficult way to process your emotions. But we go through with it. We do it anyway, in hopes that we come out with something fun and artful on the other end. So here's a song that I wrote called Gas Station Sushi. I've been out east and I've been out west. Living on the road puts your will to the test. Should I stay or should I say no? Sometimes it's yes when I know I should go. They say too much of anything won't do you no good. don't blame you. 'Cause I've messed up before, and I'll mess up again, and I'm trying my best. Never meant to hurt anybody else, and I've wasted time, and I've wasted love. And it's so damn hard to fix broken trust, and it's so damn hard to fix broken trust. And all that I want, and despite all the times that I've ended up hurt, I gotta believe in myself to be here for me. You know I've done a good job of avoiding gas station sewage. Hey, thank you. It's a true story. It's just still in silence. We're gonna do one more and then get the fiddle out, actually. Sorry. It's anyone that, or whatever, you know. Thinking, talking. Yeah, I heard this is being live streamed. That's right. Hey, thanks to the live streaming crew. You guys rock. I bet it looks great. But it, you know, yeah. I just can't form thoughts this early. Sorry. I work nights, you know. Round of applause to Dan Bent, running the sound back there, making sure everything sounds good. This is a song I wrote on that trip I told you about earlier where I went out west, put that mattress in the back of my minivan, hit the road. I stopped in Colorado to visit a friend of mine, Kate, and picked her up and her one-eyed dog, Luna, and we hit the road for the mountains and past the Front Range to a spot called the 11 Mile Canyon, this beautiful spot. And we got all the way up there, and then we saw this weird dirt road off the main road. We were like, maybe we'll follow that road and see if we find a campsite. So we follow this mountain road all the way up the mountain, and we're passing all these beautiful sights, and we finally get all the way to the top of this mountain. We get out, and there's this campsite there, and there in the dirt, and like big stumps or branches and sticks and stones and rocks, it said, "Hail Satan." And we were like, hell yeah, we found our campsite. And so we spent the night there, and we got up the next morning and ate mushrooms by the river. And I wrote this song about that experience, and it's called Still and Silence. Me and you and one-eyed Lou hauled up the mountains for a night or two. I've been living on the road, this vehicle's my home, so get out your smoke, kick off your shoes. I could tell that you'd been going through some shit, and I weren't fond of talking about it. And maybe it's okay, it's another way to say it. So you just need to get away before losing it. Seems the days are flowing like the river across this canyon, still and silent till the next rush in. Sudden drops and rocky falls, and you think, come on now, until your heart opens up to still and silence again. You search for hours, running out the light, place to park and rest for the night. Nobody, no nothing, just us and the stars, a million miles away from all the honky-tonks and bars and all the places you or I would usually be. If freedom's the right word for it, well, fuck it, I feel free. Hell, we knew when we found it, there was a message in the sand left there for you and me, and it said, "Hail Satan." Seems the days are flowing like the river across this canyon, still and silent till the next rush. Sudden drops and rocky falls, and you think, come on now, until your heart opens up still in silence again. And the river split, it seems the blue, and the Russian white seeped through the hues. And we laid and watched the colors of the canyon change and breathe. Trails of light split the ravine, like painting slowly changing, no artist to be seen. Seems the days are flowing like the river across this canyon, still and silent till the next rush. Sun drops and rocky falls, and you think, come on now, until your heart opens up still in silence again. Till your heart opens up still in silence again. Hey, thank you. That's Still in Silence from our new record, Yonderings, which you can find on CD and vinyl over there. All right, let me switch instruments here. Can I get a hair more of that in the monitor, Dan? All right, got to rosin the bow real quick.
What kind of a hair?
Horse.
I'll tell you a story later.
That's a good question.
All right. Just teasing all the people. All right, we're going to do a little fiddle medley for you. The new Joe's Truck Stop record over there's got all original songs, and 2 of the songs are instrumentals, which means they have no words. And one of those songs is one called Grease Fire, and the other one's called Pappy Hondo. And Grease Fire is kind of different from other instrumentals because it has this weird moment in the middle where all the instruments kind of disintegrate and dissolve into the ether, and all that's left is this funky drum beat that kind of shows up out of nowhere. And then there's this chanting in the background, and people haven't really been able to pick out what that chanting is because they haven't read the liner notes. Or are unfamiliar with the tune, but we interpolate it. So in the folk tradition, sometimes you take other people's songs or a chorus and you kind of find a way to add it to what you've got going on. You pay them credit, of course, and you let folks know what's up. But, it's a way to kind of build off the history of folk music and in the tradition. And so in that tradition, we interpolated a song by a guy named KRS-One. KRS-One has a song called I Can't Wake Up. And the premise of this song is that KRS-One is a blunt getting smoked and he can't wake up. And the chorus of this song goes like this. I'm a blunt getting smoked and I can't wake up. I'm a blunt getting smoked and I can't wake up. I'm a blunt getting smoked and I can't wake up. I'm a blunt getting smoked and I can't wake up. I'm dreaming about being a blunt. I'm running around and I just can't wake up. Huh. I'm dreaming about being a blunt. I'm running around and I just can't wake up. Those are the words of this song. And what we're going to do is make a little medley out of this. Grease Fire, I Can't Wake Up, and Pappy Hondo. And we'd love for you to join us on the I Can't Wake Up chorus. If you remember it, I'm a blunt getting smoked and I can't wake up. Just start there. All right, so this one goes like this. getting smoked and I can't wake up. I'm a blunt getting smoked and I can't wake up. I'm a blunt getting smoked and I can't wake up. I'm a blunt getting smoked and I can't wake up. I'm dreaming about being a blunt. I'm running around and I just can't wake up. I'm dreaming about being a blunt. I'm running around and I just can't wake up. This is a good moment to introduce the band a little bit more. Rhythm section here, Dave Hathaway, Daniel Peterson on the bass and the drums. Why don't you guys together just, bring it down a little bit and then build it up and then, like do a little of that kind of thing. Thank you. True story. It's on the newer record.
And you know he lost to the eye on the fiddle, right? By the way.
I do now, and I know exactly why.
It's okay.
Let me take care of this one, Dan. I got this. Let me.
You in the vocal mic. It's all good.
Hold on 1 second. Got it? Cool. Sweet. All right, cool. Should we do it? All right, yes. We gotta do it. Just gotta go for it.
Believe in yourself, man. Believe in yourself.
Let's do it. Lazy days that seem to stay and laid around too long. Lazy days and wasted ways and summer long. There's a herd of hunting herd and there's a common fight. Don't turn, don't cheap place and then do it right. Pick up the fiddle and rouse in the bowl and nail the song that the people will know. Can't kill the word of mouth in the town. Seems okay, spin fiddling around. Him and friends at 5 and 10 give me the things I need. Bows and strings, one-night flings, and go up and leave. Husband heard a common word, and there's a common fight. Turn or run, this a gun, gonna do it right. Well, pick up the fiddle and rouse in the bow. You can't shoot the fiddler in the middle of the show. Hey, thank you. We got time for this. Oh, geez, my bad. Time for just a little more here for you. All right. Winter Waltz. And what else we got? Hey, excuse me, sir. Sir. You're good. Are there water bottles over here? Water bottles? Yeah. You got a water bottle? Might be around. Yeah. Is there any like around the corner here? Yeah, thanks. So you can grab some water real quick. Or we'll do another one from the new record here. Cold time of winter crept and buried the dead, and withered the gardens that I'd sown in my head. And it all starts anew, and a bitter reminder that darling and the wolfman and the love left behind her. Now the blanket's falling, the ease is yet to sink in, and there's no crackling fire, no woman to admire. Frail howling just keeps haunting me, and taunts like the hates and memories that won't leave me be. So I long for the spring in its merciful rain, to thaw your reflection from the stillness of day, and lend me the truth which I've long sought to learn, how to live while dying and how to die and return. And now the blanket's falling, the ease is yet to sink in, and there's no crackling fire, no woman to admire. And that cold, frail howling just keeps haunting me, taunting taunts like the hates and memories that won't leave me. Just keeps haunting me. It taunts like the hates and memories that won't leave me. That cold, frail hell just keeps haunting me. Hey, thank y'all so much for listening, coming out nice and early, hang out with us. We're going to do one more here for you, and we'll see you tomorrow evening over at the other stage. You can find us over there. You can check out the schedule to find out what time that would be. Probably don't ask me. But if I find out, I would tell you. So anyhow, we got our merchandise for sale over here. Thanks. I don't know who ended up helping out with the sales of it, but my buddy Jeff was over there earlier. Thanks to Jeff and whoever else has been helping out. But check it out. We got T-shirts, some beautiful, soft, wonderfully light T-shirts, tank tops, CDs, vinyl records, stickers, all the cool stuff.
Thongs?
Excuse me, Dan?
Thongs?
Are you asking if we have thongs, Dan?
I was asking that, yes.
Everybody, the man at the soundboard is asking if we have thongs. And unfortunately for everybody else, we only have one pair. Or do thongs come? Did you call them pairs? Is that a pair? I don't know. We have one thong just for you, Dan.
It's a bra and a pair of panties. Help me out here.
I got nothing, Dan. End with Waltz for Lucille. What does end with Waltz for Lucille? Waltz for Lucille? Yeah. All right, we're gonna end on a tender note here, and pay a little tribute to some friends here. So we are, as if you've been paying attention, you're like, this is an interesting band. Some of these songs are pretty funny. Some of these songs are kind of sad and serious and made me think about life in a little bit different of a way. And that song made me feel something in my hips. And that, you know, we have a nice blend of that sort of thing. And so this last one here is gonna be a nice little tender ender, as they call it in the biz. But this is one that I wrote as a tribute to my friend's Aunt Lucille, who passed away a few years ago. And I played fiddle at her funeral. And it was this beautiful service that I couldn't stop thinking about. And it's one of those things where I had to write about it until I realized it was a song. And so this song is one called Waltz for Lucille. And here in Indiana, I've been really lucky to become a part of some really cool musical families and scenes. I got a bunch of friends in the Indianapolis and in the house concert scene there. Also out in Bloomington and Brown County area where my friends, the Hammer and Hatchet, are going to be playing next here on this stage. And they're from there. And Tim, who's playing bass with them, runs a house show out in Bloomington. It's a great spot called the Switchyard that I've played every year since I've known about it. And so I love all these beautiful families and people that I've gotten to get to know out in Indiana. And then I've gotten to come out to Vincennes and hang out with Jeff and get to know some of the folks out here, get to know his family, and just a lot more people that are involved in the scene out here. And it's been a really cool and beautiful thing. And you guys have a real special thing happening, and I hope y'all see it and, you know, be a part of the community with the people around you. And because you guys have a lot of beautiful foundation to build on here, and with wonderful people and community and music and the space to do it. So I'm just psyched for you guys. You just keep building here in Vincennes and in this part of Indiana. And we'll come out and play for y'all whenever you have us. So I'm going to give this tribute to the friends that have passed away in the last few years, including some friends in the Indiana scene. And if you got anybody that's been that you miss, that you love, that's not with you anymore, we'll dedicate this one for them as well. It's called Waltz for Lucille. So long, goodbye and farewell to a love of which luck would tell. There your body laid as we gathered and prayed. Safe journey to rest 'neath that heavenly shade. Lucille, I miss you, dear friend, and long to reunite once again. And the sun blessed the mask through the old colored glass as the train whistled past down the railroad track. And I play an old fiddle waltz to carry the prayer past the walls. And the melody I play would linger and fade with you down the tracks such a living has laid. Sun bless the mask train whistle past and the railroad train. Thank you all so much. We're Joe's Truck Stop. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be hanging out around, walking around. Come say hey.